what Amorim did the mistake by sanctioning Rashford's loan deal to Aston Villa. You see what Rashford is doing at the moment. Rashford, even without Aston Villa, we've seen who Rashford has been since before. You see, he's a very great player. So Amorim should have sat down with Rashford, even if there is any disagreements. He should have sorted out those disagreements and tried to play the guy in the team. Like at the moment, now you have Garnacho, and on the other wing, who do you have?
No, it depends. If he plays with Højlund and Zaxi comes from the other
now
wing.
You see, you don't have any natural winger.
Yeah, or he plays Bruno that number also.
So Amorim did a mistake there. He should have tried to talk to Rashford, and Rashford is like your Saka. He's been with you since his childhood.
Yeah.
You don't sanction such a deal to go, such a player to go on loan just like that. You have to understand him a bit. He's been at this club. He has faced different managers. So I think he's someone who can even help you in your transitioning in your new job. You see. So Amorim should have tried to talk to him, even if there is issues. Now you don't have any natural winger. Garnacho is just playing. I don't know how that guy plays. And then also Antony. Why did Antony also go on loan? Amorim really messed a little bit by taking these players on loan just abruptly after his coming to Manchester United. He should have had this all squad for the rest of the season fully, so that he can understand which profiles he is dealing with.
Okay.
You see, he didn't have that time to see which profile he needs. He was just sending them on loan like that. Bruno is the only person in that team who can really give you goals at the moment. Because Zaxi and Højlund, they are not really dependable when it comes to scoring.
Okay.
So, Bruno has to be on his really excellent form that day, on Sunday.
Okay.
So that you can at least get points.
Hello guys, welcome again to another week of the Triple Cup Show. A very nice evening. After a very busy week, which followed up from an international break. So it was a kind of piled up fixtures. At the time of recording, still the game against Chelsea, against Spurs, so not yet played. So maybe we'll know the updates after that. And who else to join me today, man? The Chelsea guy, the day where Chelsea is playing. Man like Mike, what's up, G?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good to be here again.
Yeah, man. How have you been, man?
I've been great.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's quite a while since we had 1-on-2s, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so how have you been since we last met?
I've been well.
Okay.
Yeah, also the international break has really messed us in a way that we almost forgot football.
Okay.
But we are here again.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So what was the peak of the moment while on the international for you?
For the international break, I'm sorry, I don't follow these national teams that much.
Okay.
Maybe I can just follow the results, but there is no any favorite team. I can just sit down and watch the games. And then, unfortunately, most of the games are happening at night or during the day when you're busy.
Okay.
So it's really hard to follow up on some of them.
Okay, nice. So for us, we followed up at least the Kenyan team once in a while.
Yeah, the Kenyan one I watched. I think I had the opportunity to watch a match against Gabon.
Okay.
Yeah, that one, that's the only international match I watched, I think.
Okay.
I think we are, as a country, we are going back to our tradition of football. Previously, we had a very formidable record of football, but recently we have been really struggling. But when you see our fans coming back to the stadium supporting our boys, even when we are losing, we are so happy that people are starting to embrace that culture of football in Kenya. And we hope that the government and the federations will do the same to support them.
Okay.
Yeah, we hope. We have a very nice talent from our clubs, local clubs, and also international. So in sometimes to come, I think we'll see even some those kids who are born with half parents from Kenya, you'll see them trying to struggle to come back and represent our country.
Yeah, I think that should be a good thing because, man,
Yeah.
I saw like the guy, the other guy, William.
Yeah.
He's half a Kenyan, half I think an Australian. Yeah, and he
Yeah,
had a
sure.
chance he can represent the
can
Australian team,
represent,
and then he just came back to Kenya. So it's a good thing because I think he saw there's something here which is cooking. Which if I think I can be on it, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, we just hope that our federation will keep on like that. We need to have a manager who can also identify these talents and bring the best out of them.
Yeah, so I think for me that's a good that's a good part, a good angle to look at it because
Sure.
football has been a thing because while I was up, man, the likes of Oliech or everybody
Yeah.
used to know them.
Yeah, sure.
But now if you ask the new generation kinda
yeah.
about those kind of guys, you'll never know because football, it was kind of like it was not yet given that full attention like other guys had. But the likes of rugby, everybody knows about it because it keeps on and then the team is performing better. So if they can, if the fans can give the same momentum they started with after those 2 game weeks, I think it will be a good thing because also we saw on the weekend the game at Shemeji Derby, it was full packed. Everybody wanted to watch it also and see it. Yeah, so it's a kind of good thing to see it panning out.
Yeah, sure. So the thing, we just pray and hope for the Football Federation in Kenya. Yeah, they should. We have a new administration at the moment. We see what they're trying to do. So we just hope that they'll continue with that spirit and support also the players. These players and the football staffs, they should also earn from the football.
Yeah.
They should not just represent the country. And once they have represented the country, they end up like that, like what we are doing with our legends. Like we don't have that a great organization that can cater for our legends, like our Oliech, like Mariga. You see, if we have such legends, we should have them mentoring these young boys and bringing out the best out of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Back to the EPL where everything's it's been cooking nice and good. You guys, I don't know. So we started up as a good sign on Tuesday, yeah? Where we Arsenal back on action.
Yeah.
Where I know the peak of the moment it is, everybody now speaks about it. It's about Saka.
Yeah,
sure. He had been out for a while, and then when he comes in, he just comes in with a banger, and it gives you that thing where everybody was asking where is Saka, because now you can see what he can does. He do does in the Arsenal kind of a game.
Yeah.
Not forgetting also, I don't know what's your point, because if you check now, guys are now starting to do the statistics because it's against the guy Merino.
Yeah.
As he's a midfielder, but he's doing as a striker.
Yeah.
And then now the comparison is him against Darwin Núñez. That's what I've seen latest. Him against Højlund versus Zaxit has been there quite a while. What do you see with this Arsenal team? And what's your take after we saw the introduction of Saka back to the Arteta team?
Yeah, I think you see, like Saka has been their greatest player for quite some time. So when he got injured, I think they were very frustrated, and it really affected them seriously on that wing where he plays. But also we saw the kids who came up and filled that position, like Nwaneri. He was trying to play on the right side, but he was really good. We can't say he wasn't, and but they missed Saka. There is an element with Saka that the Arsenal fan really missed when he's 1 versus 1. He's a very great. He's a big monster. He can he threatens the defenders, and then also in scoring goals and then assists. He had like 10 assists before he got injured, just from playing corners and from free kicks, I think.
Okay.
So I think when he came back, they were really very happy. And I will also be happy to see one of our greatest player coming back from injury. And then to top it off, scoring on his return. That was a very, really phenomenal moment for them as a Arsenal fan base.
Okay.
And this Merino, I think, that's how you want a player who has been called up to fill a void in your team to perform. You see, like they have an injury with Harvest and Jesus. So they have no natural striker. So they called upon Merino, who came and filled that spot very well. and he has been really scoring goals for them. And they'll start comparing to some strikers who are not really performing well, like Nunes, like Zaxi and Højlund. You see, I think it's a matter of teamwork and the way you play. Like you see, like Merino is getting himself in those positions to score.
Okay.
And like these players who like Zaxi or like Højlund or Nunes gets a lot of chance, but I think his only weakness is really wasting chances. He misses a lot of big chances. Him and Jackson, I think they are competing in missed chances. I can say like that. So, but you see, like Højlund and Zaxi, I think their main problem is they don't get in those positions to score. They don't position themselves in a way that they can receive the ball and score.
Okay.
That's the only weakness with those two. With the two strikers you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seeing yesterday also on the game, while Arsenal was playing, keeping in mind they do have to play a Champions League game where they requested for it. They wanted to play against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, thing yesterday happened. I saw somebody like a Timber. He limped out. It's like he got an injury. We're not yet sure. That one is not confirmed. Yeah. But the confirmed thing I saw today evening, it's Gabriel Jesus, where it's like he'll be out for like the whole of the season.
Gabriel Magalhaes.
Yeah, Magalhaes. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, for him, for the and whole of the season. What does that place Arsenal? Because now the only best starter they have now, it's only Saliba. The rest, it's because Galore is injured. Now Gabriel is injured also. Yeah. So the Timber, it's 50-50 and he has been good on that wing also. Ben White still, he's out in injury, I think so, if I'm not wrong, yeah. So it's either Kiviorol and I think Tomiyasu, maybe Zinchenko back on that spots. Do you think that in Arsenal way, do you think it will impact them in one or another? Or like how Arteta has been nice trying to get the person to fit these gaps in the team. Do you think he has those guys to fill in those shoes for Gabriel? Because for me, I think we saw it, the combination of the two centre backs, Gabriel and Saliba. It was one of a solid for each and every manager when you come to play against it. It was a hard defense to break.
Yeah.
So do you think he has those guys who gonna fill that position? I
think personally replacing Gabriel is very hard because we've seen what he can do. He's a very great defender. He goes out to play with his heart and with his body. He plays wholly, and to replace such a player is very hard. I really feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
Because they are also going to meet Real Madrid, who are very lethal in the attack. If they get you very sloppy, they can score a lot of goals. So I don't know if they have someone who can fill that void at the moment, because we've seen Kior. Kior he's in that match. He's in that match to Gabriel's standards. But I hope if he is called upon, he will try and fill that position as like other players who have been called upon, like. All those they have very great. They have been hit by a massive injury crisis, and the players who have been called upon to fill those voids, they have really been performing well.
Yeah, they've
like
done better.
Lewis Kelly, who has been performing well on the left side, and we have so now also they have. I don't know if it will be confirmed. It's a serious injury for Timber, and that will be a very big blow to them. Because Ben White, I don't think is fit yet to come back.
Okay.
Yeah, so it will be very hard for them going into the end of the season and into the Champions League semi-finals. They are trying to get into. So I hope the players they have, who can be called upon, they will be called upon and they take up the mantle where the rest had left.
We can also Manchester United game against Nottingham Forest. That was one of the games which someone like Josh said he really wanted to see, because Manchester United is not yet that good yet, but we try to do it. We try to play yet.
Yeah.
But also keeping in mind Nottingham Forest played for more than 120 minutes. Even if you watch that game, you could notice all the players in that game, they were 100% exhausted. They didn't have that energy that we see always with the Nottingham Forest kind of a game.
Yeah, they played on Saturday and then they met you on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah. So they didn't have that power,
time,
which they had. But man, the topic of the day, Hey, man like Elanga, this guy, the kid got speed.
You see, like the goal he scored, you will think Manchester United is the one who played on Saturday, and you had 2 weeks rest.
Yeah.
So he that energy to dribble against your defenders and then score, it's really phenomenal for him.
Man, he covered 85 meters in 0.9 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't, because I was checking the stats online. He's now he's the fastest player in the EPL. Because I was with the idea, like, if they switch up Euro with Delete on the other side, Euro to be in the center, it could pay off. Because also, if you check on the second half, there was an occasion where also he had a chance like that, but Euro was there. So I was with the idea, like, Manchester United. If you watch that game, we played the best. We played the better game. Playing the game itself, we were the better team. But being on the right positions, right places to feel once the ball is there, we are not yet there. Because if you check what Garnacho was doing, man, that guy, he had so many good chances, but his decision making is what also you and the rest of everybody in the group which we have, everybody's complaining about the same thing. Yeah. He do have the chances to get the balls inside the box. He do have the chances to score, but the problem with him, once he get the ball and he's inside the box, he does not know
what to do with
the ball. Because there was like 2 or 3 chances where I was like, man, just give the pass. You don't need to shoot. Yeah. There was one place he just ran with the ball. He reached to the end of the box and then he forgot what to do with the ball, and then he was just left stranded. By the time the defenders were there, and then they took the ball from him. That's one thing. On the near the 80th minute, good thing I saw Maguire coming back, so our defense will be a bit better. But Amorim, instead of playing as a defender, he left Odogu to come back as a left back, and then he left Maguire to go back and Zaxi to come as a wing back. Man, he was on the position and he's a defender. He had 3 in less than 5 minutes, which he was in the box. He had 5 chances, which he tried to. All of them were shot on targets. Because 1, it was a head, and 2, clearance, which this guy, I think it was Milenkovic or the other guy. Yeah. He cleared it from the line. Which, for me, if a defender is doing that, it shows there's an issue with the team. Because you can't tell me the whole of the team, which we have 2 strikers, they were not able to do we had like 24 shots, and none of them was on target. But when Maguire came, he had only less than 5 minutes to play, and he had 3 shots on targets. What makes from you? Do you think now when you go to the summer, man like Amorim needs to go out and get a good striker for the team, or it's just a thing with Manchester United? And then what's there for Garnacho? Because his wing, it's if Ahmad comes, I'm sure he's not gonna play, because Odogu has shown he can play that better, and also sometimes he plays somebody like Bruno on that number. Yeah. So I don't see where Garnacho is gonna be left on the team.
Amorim did the mistake by sanctioning Rashford's loan deal to Aston Villa. You see what Rashford is doing at the moment. Rashford, even without Aston Villa, we've seen who Rashford has been since before. You see, he's a very great player. So Amorim should have sat down with Rashford, even if there is any disagreements. He should have sorted out those disagreements and try to play the guy in the team. Like at the moment, now you have Garnacho, and on the other wing, who do you have?
No, it depends. If he plays with Højlund and Zaxi comes on the other wing.
Now you see, you don't have any natural winger.
Yeah, or he plays Bruno on that number also.
So Amorim did a mistake there. He should have tried to talk to Rashford, and Rashford is like your Saka. He's been with you since his childhood.
Yeah.
You don't sanction such a deal to go, such a player to go on loan just like that. You have to understand him a bit. He's been at this club. He has faced different managers. So I think he's someone who can even help you in your transitioning in your new job. You see. So Amorim should have tried to talk to him, even if there is issues. Now, you don't have any natural winger. Garnacho is just playing. I don't know how that guy plays. And then also Antony. Why did Antony also go on loan? Amorim really messed a little bit by taking these players on loan just abruptly after his coming to Manchester United. He should have had this all squad for the rest of the season fully, so that he can understand which profiles he is dealing with.
Okay.
You see, he didn't have that time to see which profile he needs. he was just sending them on loan like that.
Do you think is it because one of the reason I think it might be, most of the guys there, their salaries and whatever, it's so high, and maybe the new management, they wanted to try maybe to cut off a bit of the weight, and if the players are not yet on the team, I think that was one of the reason. I'm not yet sure, but I think for me,
It's
I think
okay. It's okay. Even if their salaries are high, you still have to pay them on loan.
Okay.
Yeah. Even you don't also you don't. Maybe you don't cover the whole salary.
Yeah.
You'll cover a bit of it.
Yeah.
You see, it's like you're paying someone to do work for someone else.
Okay.
That's really crazy. And these are players you found there. I think when Amorim came, he came already when the season had already started.
Yeah, it was on the mid, man.
You see, he should have tried to work out with these players, all of them, to understand which and which. And then in January window, that's a very short window that you cannot even get the profile you need.
Yeah.
Even if you say, oh, he sent these people on loan because he wanted such and such profile. It's very, I think, 3 weeks or 2 weeks, and the window is closed. You cannot get that the profile you need to add into your team. You see.
Okay.
And when he sent these players on loan, who did he replace them with? He didn't replace them with any natural players in those positions.
Okay.
You see.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think on my side, I think that's what he messed up. He should have let Rashford play until the end of the season, so that when he's going into that end of season review, he can talk to the management, say, okay, I've worked with this player and this player. I don't think they can fit in my system.
Yeah.
So next season, I want this player and this player who can fit in my system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, where does it place now, Onana? Because the mistake he has done, I think, when this guy Ten Hag brought him on the system, it was for him because he said he's better than De Gea. But till now, like the goal which it was scored on the weekend. For me, part of it was Onana mistake. Because first of all, he was far away from his goal line. Then he started running back. By the time is to get himself settled, man, it was too late. And then some shots which comes to him, I'm like, if it was De Gea, man, I know this could be a save. Even if De Gea was a bit sloppy, it wasn't to the extent which Onana is as of now. So do you think in the season when it comes also, that's another window where I think Manchester United need to look and to maybe to do the change?
Onana has proved that I think he has been there. This is the second season. You see, like there is no any point of improvement for him at the moment, and he's also growing older. He's now 29. He's turned 29. I think at the moment, the Manchester United should just look for another replacement who can really be a great shot stopper, because Onana has really tried. We can say he has tried in that with all the defenders he has really had, and last season he came second he had the most clean sheet.
Yeah.
And this season he has also some clean sheets, so we cannot just say he's underperforming. But the mistakes he makes you really.
But do you
question
think,
him.
Okay, look at it as angle.
Yeah.
When like De Gea with the defenders he had Maguire and Lindelof. Those were the kind of the worst defender combination to have. But he tried, and also he had when he left with a clean sheet because he went with the golden glove.
Yeah.
While he left. Keep in mind, if he had the same defender which Onana has now, do you think we could be a much better position than what we have now? Because if you ask me, I think if De Gea had the best defenders, which we like what Manchester have now, the likes of Yoro, Delete, Mazraoui, and the rest, I think he could be much better of a goalkeeper than what we see with Onana. Like far away from what we see with Onana.
Yeah, sure. De Gea was a very perfect shot stopper, and there is no way we can dispute his prowess. So. If he was at the moment he was at Manchester United, I think you could have not been languishing in the 13th place at the moment.
Yeah.
Because he is a very great at his work. I think what managers are missing in these days, that they're looking for a goalkeeper who can also play the ball with the foot. You see, I want my goalkeeper to be a shot stopper. I don't want my goalkeeper to be a passer. like we are doing with Sanchez and whatever.
Yeah.
You see, I think this affecting almost most teams.
Most teams, yeah.
Yeah, because we are looking in a complete profile, whereby we really have very few profile in that department of goalkeeping. You cannot get a goalkeeper who is good at short stopping and good at handling the ball with the leg.
Okay.
You have to choose one.
Yeah.
But I will choose a goalkeeper who is ready to stop shots.
Okay.
That's what I really choose. But you see, like, I don't know. We should go back to the natural football. I don't know which this walk football is. The Shondike type of football. We want someone who is in the goal to stop shots. Someone in the defend to stop attackers coming. You see, we don't want someone in the goal trying to also dribble. What are you dribbling as a goalkeeper? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as of last week when we were recording, we said these small teams, the like of Southampton, Ipswich, Wolves, Leicester, they're the teams which you should never even try to fuck with.
Sure.
For lack of a good word.
Yeah.
Because man, I'm when we come to fantasy, we'll come to that, man. Because these are the teams which has really made many managers this weekend to have the worst points ever.
Yeah.
Man, like I was telling Joshua, a team like Ipswich, one thing be guaranteed, and we are saying this clearly. Even if you want to get your points or don't get your money, if you are a gambler, we don't advocate for that. If you are one of those, man, if you bank on Ipswich to just score a goal, it's a confirmed thing. Yeah. Every week they'll do it. But for my surprise yesterday, while they were playing, man, them beating Bournemouth, I was like, I'm not seeing this right way. What's not happening? Come to the other game where Crystal Palace were playing against also Southampton. Yeah. This is the fear I had, because you remember the other time which Southampton were playing against you guys.
Yeah.
After they got the card, that's when the game became easy for you guys.
Yeah.
When they played against Arsenal, also it was a hard game for them. They played against Manchester City. It was a hard game for them. When they played against Liverpool also, after they got the card, that's when the game went on the favor, and the penalty, it went to the favor of Liverpool. Yeah. But if it were not for that, Southampton had the game on their hands. Yeah. But yesterday, I'm wondering, like, Crystal Palace has not yet lose, like, for the last 6 games.
Yeah, they have been very consistent in winning and draws, I think.
Yeah, and this week, them drawing with that team, I was like, what's not happening?
That was really, I also surprised. I was surprised also because I was expecting Guay to give me a clean sheet, but they conceded a goal.
Okay.
It's really hard. I once said also, when we are going to the finish of the league, you really don't have, you should wish not to meet these teams fighting in the relegation zone.
Okay.
Those are teams playing for nothing.
Yeah.
And they'll play for nothing with you.
Okay.
They'll go away with your points if you try to downplay them.
Okay.
Yeah. You see, like, managers also, like these top managers, when they meet such teams, they want to change their squad. They want to put their other players to rotate. That's when you get battered with such teams. But for the Bournemouth, I think they have been really suffering from a great injury crisis also.
Okay.
So I think I can give them that, because when they were fully fit, we saw what they will do.
Okay, but what puts you also, because a team like Wolves yesterday also, they played against West Ham. West Ham, they do have a new manager, yeah? And the team looks so good also they play, because the other week they played and they win a game. But them also playing with Wolves, a team which their main striker, Kuna, will be out for like 3 more games. But yet also they scored again against them. And also, if you check Wolves on the ranking, it's part of the team which are below. So is it a point where now we are saying this all small teams, it's a team which you don't want to meet at this kind of a season. Yeah. So what is there for other managers or like, what's the learning point for other managers? Like, when you play against these small teams, you have to put all your guns onto them while you're playing the game.
Yeah, sure. You really you don't have to go there to miss. You have to shoot to kill.
Aston Villa again against Brighton.
Yeah.
Those guys, they played the weekend before, which was a bad for them.
Yeah.
And then Villa yesterday also again they played, man. I was like, what? I was saying before the game, I don't want Rashford to score, because you guys are trolling. You are trolling us like I don't know what. Man, I was so sad. Okay, I'm happy for him, because now he's getting his form back, which is good. Yeah. But on the other hand, Manchester United, you are suffering scoring goals, and yet here Rashford is going to the team. Him and Asensio, since they come to that team, I think they had like more than 13 goals and assists for both of them only. Now adding it to yesterday games, I think it's 15 or 16 for both of them, and they have been playing only like 5 game weeks or 6 game weeks only.
And you see also most of the games they're coming on as subs.
Okay,
you see,
and I'm like,
they bring when they come on as substitutes, like in our game, they're the one who brought that impact.
Okay,
when they beat us.
Okay,
yeah, you see. That's when what I said about Amorim and Rashford. They should have just sorted those issues, because Rashford, when he want to play, he will perform very perfect.
It was a bad sight for me when seeing my team being trolled, and yet this is happening.
Yeah, it's really bad, because your player who is on loan is winning, is helping his club to win, while your club is trying to score, but it's not scoring, and the person who is playing in his position is not even doing anything.
Yeah. keeping up. I Christoph. Lastly, it was the game I was watching. Also, it was the Newcastle game, man, which was a good game. But the cream of the la cream of that game, man, it was the Tonali goal. I don't know how he carved that goal from that angle, but it was a fantastic goal to watch. And keeping up with what Newcastle had been for the last like 3 game weeks, and seeing the players coming up and doing what they did yesterday, man, I was so happy as a fan, seeing those moments where it's just a beautiful goal to see.
Yeah, I think there is one guy who said, I think on X, there's a guy who said on X, like, Newcastle players are playing for the badge, I think, something like that. Because when you see how those players come on the field and perform, and then they have the support of Newcastle City, a whole city supporting them, it's like an intoxication. You are intoxicated with that support, that you want to perform very perfectly on the field to show your fans that you really care for them.
Man, because I saw there was one guy who went and tattooed he went a barcode with the Dan band, the which the band scored in the Carabao.
Yeah.
Man, he went and made on his thigh. He made on his back. He made a bar scan of it. So if you scan that barcode, it shows you the goal. If you see that from your fans, man, I'm sure if I'm going to that pitch, I'm going to give my 100%.
You have to.
Man, and then when you check them while they were coming back with the cup for the Carabao game, man, the city was fully packed.
Yeah, and Newcastle is like a cult. Yeah.
Man, the fans, I was like, I don't understand how all these players, all these fans fit on that street. Because even to get a space to breathe, it was like kinda
you can
fully pack for them. So I mean, it's a good sight. And then keeping in mind they have been out for a while without a cup.
Yeah,
so them bringing that, them bringing up that only one. Even if guys say it's a small cup, man, for them a
it's
cup
not
is a
for
cup.
them. It's not small for them.
Yeah.
That's a very big achievement for them.
So imagine them seeing they can do that.
You see, like they haven't been playing in the Premier League repeatedly. They have been going to relegation, come back. You see, so when they are trying to establish themselves in the Premier League, and you see, like, they are also trying to get into Europe, so that's a very big achievement for them. And when they are trying to do all this, a trophy comes all along the way. Yeah, that's really great.
For our managers, it's a nice feeling. Also for the players themselves,
and also for the fans.
You
see, like now the Newcastle community, everyone will want to go to their matches because they have something to be happy about.
Yeah, man.
You see, football is about winning trophies. If you don't win, who will want to be coming to your matches? Nobody.
Yeah. And maybe the likes of Manchester, Arsenal, the big teams. But the rest of the other teams, if you don't have the name and you don't have a trophy, I don't expect also for me to go there.
I think a fan will be coming saying, we have hopes, like we are going to win. We have hopes we'll win a trophy. You see. For winding off for the games of the week, man, one of the game which is unfortunately I didn't watch it. I just saw the highlight. It was the Merseyside derby. It was full of action, but full also with I don't know errors. I heard there are so many.
I don't know what errors. I don't know what the referee was doing. That's one thing. Second thing, I don't know what the VR team was doing yesterday. It was just chaos. Because like there was one tackle I saw. It meant for that tackle, if it went on, if it was another team, Arsenal or Manchester United, which was been judged when it comes to giving cards, or also Chelsea, man, either that was a straight card. that was a straight the tackle against McAllister. Man, that was a straight red card, but it was given a yellow card. Also plus the VR, that's 1 point. And then was the another ball I saw. There was a tackle against, I think it was Szoboszlai, and then the ball was kicked to the front, and then it went to the Nunes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Nunes, after the referee blown, but he had played it as an advantage. Then there was a tackle in between, but Nunes was far and near reaching the ball, and then he was given a card after he was being kicked by Pickford. For me, if it was another game or another player, that was a straight penalty, which Pickford hit Darwin, even though the referee had blown the whistle before. But if you watch what led to that scenario to happen, for me, I thought it was a harsh judgment for Nunes, and the two which were given not for the team. I was like, this is not what to expect football to be. It wasn't giving up for me. It wasn't I don't know
It was like
what
robbery,
happened yesterday. Yeah. even if Liverpool won the game, but if you come to the pros and cons, I think it was more for con than the pros for that game.
Yeah, I think we've seen a lot of complaints from the referees. A lot of referees, I don't know how they officiate these matches. We really hope that the Premier League and the FA will come up and then the FA and Premier League, they protect the referees a lot. I don't think they are scrutinized a lot when they do such mistakes.
Okay.
Because these are blunt and mistakes that are happening each day, each week. People are crying. People are losing their points. You see, like now, if Liverpool lost that match, they would have been in very big trouble because Arsenal is trying to catch up with them.
Yeah.
It's just lucky they won with the 1 goal. But the officiating, I heard this. I didn't watch the match, but I heard the officiating was really poor.
Yeah. That's what I saw in the highlights.
That's something also. I wouldn't want to happen against my team.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't expect it also to happen to my opponents.
Mm-hmm.
We should have a fair refereeing in all matches. We just need that.
Yeah. Also, I saw a comment online where they said the semi-automated offside technology will be introduced by the Premier League from game week 32. That's commencing on the April 12th. I think 12th April. Yeah, that's game week 22. Yeah. 32. What's your thoughts? Do you think it will change now? Like now you've said the last week there are some instances where the line is being drawn and we are like, nah, this is far end from what we can see as fans. Do you think now this will change the whole perspective of the game when we know if it's a technology, it's not because the lines are being drawn by human beings. Yeah. So they can be drawn to error. But when it's the automated system, do you think now it will change a bit of the game? When you say in the other leagues and the Champions League, man, nobody can complain because even a single small bit of it makes it out. Yeah. Do you think now it will make the officiating much better than what it is now in the EPL? Yeah, it will make it better because we've seen this semi-officiating technology in different leagues, whereby, you see, when we have an offside in the EPL, they waste a lot of time trying to check something that is just openly obvious. And then sometimes they don't even get the right decision. Okay. You see, they make the very wrong decision because there are people who are watching it in the video and they're trying to draw the lines through the videos. Okay. I think this technology, this ball they have been using, it's fitted with some chip. Yeah. That ball is the one that will decide if the ball was offside or no. Okay. So that technology will really help a lot because I've seen an instance where even my team, the ball has been called as offside. The VAR doesn't even check it. Okay. It's just an offside and that's it. What's the need of VAR? Yeah. You see? Yeah. And even when they check it, they don't even draw the lines to show how it's an offside or an onside. Yeah, they just clear it. Yeah, they just clear it. Offside. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, sure. Finishing off, I know it's off the topic on the EPL. Hey, we are having another El Clasico, man. I was watching the Real Madrid game and then yesterday it was the Bayern game. All of them, they went to the land to the wire. They were fighting for the number of goals, same number. Man, this is one thing I'm saying always. If you are playing against Real Madrid, even if it's the 80th minute, don't count them off. Yeah, sure. Don't count them because I was like, the game is off. And then I saw, I was watching the game. All the Sociedad, it was the Sociedad, yeah? Yeah. The fans, they were giving the back to the Real game. Man. Not even 3 seconds late, less than half a minute. Man, it was less than 3 minutes. It was 2 goal against them. I was like, no way. Even I was stopping. I was like, man, I'm going to sleep. We are not going to win this game. But out of nowhere, Vinny just made a nice curve. It got in by Bellingham.
Yeah.
And then another ball came in. I was like, what the hell? And then just from nowhere, again, Real, they got another goal. They scored it. And I was like, I have to go to the extra time. Man, just before the end of the first half, again, Madrid being Madrid, they just scored from...
No, yeah.
I'm like, how did they come up? How lucky are they for them to have all these chances just lying on them? I'm like, it's need to be started. I think
if you're playing against Madrid, you have to make sure the whistle has been blown. Everyone has gone home, so that you can confirm you won. Before that, you can't say you have already won.
You can't.
You can't.
I was checking this guy, this young kid, Lamil. He was asked between the other Real and Madrid, which one do you want to play? And you said,
Real Madrid.
I want Madrid. Man, I love to see how that final will be, because it will be a beautiful one also. Keeping in mind they kicked them out one of the cup, yeah. So this one, I think if Madrid gets it, I think it will be a good one for them.
I think what Madrid needs to try and utilize is those Barcelona kids. They are really great in attacking. So like the last time, how they beat them 4-1. It was 4-1 or 4-1. Yeah. It was really embarrassing for them in a final also.
Okay.
So if they play the same way they played last time, I think Barca will just trash them again.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Real Madrid's medicine is Barcelona. They know how to beat them.
To neutralize them.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And you have to score a lot of goals to win against Madrid.
Yeah. And then keeping in mind, Lewandowski, man, he's like 40.
Yeah.
The guy is...
He's still scoring
goals. He's scoring goals. I was seeing somebody saying...
I think they are... he's 23 goals and Mbappe is 22, something like that.
Yeah, I was seeing somebody saying Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo spoiled the game in the Spanish league. Because how come somebody's at his age and he has more than 20 goals and nobody's talking about it? Because those guys scored like 30 goals in a season. So even if you score 20 goals for them, it's like normal for them.
People will think La Liga is a farmers league, but you see now, like Lewandowski is still doing it.
Yeah,
at his age,
man, it's
not really easy.
Yeah, it's good to see.
In a league where there is Mbappe, there is Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo. It's really, and Bellingham. It's really phenomenal to have such a player who is scoring those 2 goals.
Okay. Yeah, nice. Finding off away from the EPL and the rest, man, it's the Fantasy Premier League, where I'm saying, as the time of recording still, we are waiting for the Chelsea against Spurs game. I think it will be 10:30 or 11, if I'm not sure.
It'll be 10.
Yeah. So at the point, so now the average points before that game is 35 points. Many guys are one of those managers who did a wild card for us to maybe have the players for the next 3, 4, 5 game weeks.
Yeah.
One of them, it's somebody like an Aina. Unfortunately, he went out with an injury. Yeah. Another person, Gabriel, also is one of my players. I brought him and then he'll be out for the season. Now it's a waste of my kind of a thing. Many guys also invested mostly on a team like Crystal Palace, where somebody had like a Mateta, Isak, and Munoz. And all of them, they never gave us points for this weekend, which was so bad. I don't know. What's your take on what it's happening, or what does the manager have to do now? Because when you think you got the chance to get the green arrows on the season, that's when the red arrows are coming, and you have done your changes on your team.
I think this injury is an indication that the players are really fatigued from all the matches they're playing. You see, like when we went to the international break, we had I think 2 weeks.
2 weeks only. Yeah.
So the players came from their club. They joined their national teams. When they join their national team, it's now training, heavy training. The national coach is trying to get his starting 11 from all those players from different leagues. So at the moment, the players are not even having that enough rest.
Okay.
You see. So like Aina, he went from Nottingham Forest to Nigeria. Nigeria played, I think, 3 matches or 2. 2. Yeah, and I think they were knocked out of the qualification.
Yeah, they're still the chances of them it's so low.
It's low.
Yeah, it's so low.
So you see, like these players are suffering because these fixtures are too many, and the new format of UCL it's adding a lot of fixtures. So like now in the APL on Tuesday, how many injuries we had? I think 3.
Close to 4 because
Yeah.
Isak.
Just in one night,
Yeah.
we had all those injuries.
Yes.
It's not something really good. I think these federations also need to check on those matches.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many points do you have for this week?
For this week,
as of now, and do you have
as of
any players
now,
waiting for
yeah,
your team?
as of now, I have 32.
Okay.
I'm still waiting on Palma. I'm waiting on Cucurella.
How comes you have him on the team and he was flagged it still yet?
No, Palma.
Yeah, Palma.
Palma is already he is fit.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
And crazy thing is, I put him as my captain.
Okay.
So I know we are going to beat
Spurs?
Tottenham. Yeah.
Okay.
That's something I'm sure of because at the bridge we don't allow any London club to win that easily.
Okay.
Unless the only London club that really gave us problem is the Fulham. Fulham is the one that really gave us problem at the bridge this season. But Spurs, we never lose to Spurs. Bro. Spurs
Okay.
at home.
Okay.
That's
An
that's
easy win.
That's an easy win.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I expect Palmer to score like 3 goals.
Okay.
Two goals. I'm sure because he's been really he's been really struggling with scoring and assisting.
Yeah.
But-
Also the bash online, it is not
Yeah.
good for him. Yeah.
But also we see his body is coming back. Jackson, they really play well with Jackson. So I hope when they come back, they have something for us, the fans, waiting to see.
Okay, for me, man, I had a bad game. Till now, I had the 45 points, and my team is finished.
So
I don't have any other guys waiting to play.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, somebody like Amunoz, which I knew Crystal Palace against Southampton. That's a clean win, a clean sheet because I had him and Henderson as the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And then I had somebody like a Gabriel. Unfortunately, he left on the pitch, him and Aina,
Yeah,
before
Aina.
the game. So before the 5 minutes also.
Yeah.
Lucky enough, I brought Gavidol from Man City. So I got the 6 points from him. The rest of the guys, they gave me 2 points, except somebody like Saka, Isak, and Mamush. The rest of the guys, they just give me 2 points and 1 point for the whole of my team, which is so bad for me. And I don't know. And then having somebody like a Sels at the as the defense as on my bench, him banking 8 points, I was like, what's not happening? But it's okay. This is always thing because if I check everybody on the group, we are having the same issue. So it's not that bad for me as for others because others are getting less than 20 points. So it's not that bad for me, and I don't know. Let's wait and see. So if you check what happened on the weekend with the Southampton kind of a team, well, they played against Crystal Palace. Is it a point now? Do you think we're gonna? Because now we have seen the injuries. Mateta, I don't know what happened because he never played also more than 60 minutes. I don't know why he was removed. I didn't watch the game. Monos, that's the other thing. But Aina, Isak, Timber, now Gabriel. All of them, they have like kind of an injury. Do you think now it will make a change for the managers? Like somebody like I, who had all of them, I did them as a wild card. Do you think now I have a chance where, man, I think I need to change my team because of that?
Yeah, sure. Because there's no way you can deal with those injuries apart from just bringing in new players. Like for me, Aina, I think my replacement will be Gabriel because this game week I really risked with him.
Okay.
I didn't put him in the squad.
Yeah.
He's on the bench. And also, the only injury I have is Aina and Kluivert.
Okay.
Kluivert is showing that he can come back soon.
Yeah, he'll be, I think, next
But
game week. Yeah.
I think Aina will take. I think it will be really long. Unfortunately, I'll have to ship him out. And this game week, I am really disappointed with Crystal Palace with the form they have been in. I thought Henderson will be giving me a very clean sheet against Southampton,
Okay.
but it went again another way, whereby I have Sels on the bench who has 8 points.
Okay. So we had the same. We're on the same. We're kind of on the same side.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So when I check the games on the weekend, on the weekend,
Yeah.
well, who do you think, according to the fixtures, who do you think is the best players to have? Because for me, I think on the goalkeeper kind of a thing, I think even though Arsenal had a chance to keep a clean sheet, Real did not ever keep a clean sheet on the last minute of the game, which unfortunately, which I say always, if you play against a team like Fulham, man, there's just a way they do it. I don't know why. And then Adama Traore, you guys were banting him while he played against Lisandro Martinez, where he was like kind of bullying him up and down. And I was watching the game. I was telling the guys, man, the Lais Kelly and the whole of the defender, they just need to watch that guy out. And unfortunately, it was one of the counter when he played against him, and then that's what made Gabriel also to get like an injury. Yeah, it was part of it. So when I watch this kind of a guys, I'm like, you know what? When you play against those kind of big guys on the team, I think it's because I was saying he was bullying Kelly on that wing. I was like, no way.
I think also I was surprised also to see that Fulham, they didn't start Iwobi.
Okay.
Because Iwobi is a really great player.
Yeah.
He's supposed to, if there is a game like this, London Derby, that's a squad player who will really put in all his energy. And I think if they had Iwobi in the starting, I think they would have had something to take from Emirates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So who do you think are going to this week? Do you think you're going to have still, after what you saw Sels doing this week, do you think you're going to still trust him on the bench or now bring him on the team and maybe or you swap him up with Henderson or whatever?
Yeah, Matt Sels is really great. I think what Crystal Palace did to me, I think they are going to play Brighton. And that's a really tough game for them.
Yeah, because they can be beaten like more than 3 games back to back.
But I don't think they will handle Brighton.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Brighton will try. I think Henderson will concede goals here. Even if they won't lose, maybe. But they will concede a lot of goals.
Okay.
Considering how they are playing at the moment. So I think I'll get back Sels in my team.
Okay.
As my goalkeeper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on to defense, do you think, for me, I have Munoz still on my team. I can't do anything about it. I do have Gabriel also. I cannot do anything about it. But the person which I think is not going to swap in, because if Aina is gone, I think Milenkovic from still Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, I think is a good player to have. And I was saying this previously, but I was checking your fixtures. I'm like, is it a good fixtures for me to bring Cucurella? Because you also your fixture doesn't look good as Chelsea in this kind of a stretch to have as a defender.
No, our next game is Ipswich.
Okay.
So that's a very nice.
But Ipswich, you have seen it. Always they're gonna score.
Yeah, they're gonna score, but I don't think at the Bridge they will score.
Okay.
They beat us at away.
Okay.
But I don't think at the Bridge they will do it. So Cucurella will have a very great game against them.
Okay.
That's what we expect. So at the moment, I also still trust him. But if you have this Nottingham Forest defender, the other one, this name is really hard to pronounce.
Which one?
I have him, Milojevic.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
Milekovic.
Okay.
Yeah, I have him. He's really been giving me some points. And Gueye he's been really performing well.
Still from Crystal Palace, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
From Crystal Palace. Gueye is a perfect addition if you don't have him. He will give you points and you see how he plays.
Okay.
So they play against Brighton. I think you can have him as a differential at the moment.
Okay.
And then we have... I don't think now it's opportune time to get any from Arsenal. Because they are going away at Everton. And we know what Everton does at Everton. And this is a very early kickoff. This Saturday, it will be early kickoff.
Yeah, early kickoff, yeah.
Yeah, so Everton can disappoint you when you really least expect it.
Okay.
So it will take a lot of work for the Arsenal to beat them at the Goodison Park. Because I don't know if they have lost at that field since Moyes came in.
Yeah, it's been hard for teams to beat them there. Either a draw
really
or a win. Yeah.
So, and considering it's their last season there, it's like they are playing like a cult that wants to go away with some great
memories of it. Yeah. Coming to the midfield, guys had Sar also, Murphy also, we said, and unfortunately both of them. Yesterday, and this is the thing, I don't know what happened with Salah again. The game weeks which we think he's gonna perform, that's the weeks he's not giving us points, because yesterday he was nowhere to be seen scoring wise. Do you think still gonna keep him on your team? And then the likes of Elanga, I was saying, if Elanga, this one thing I'm saying, if somebody like an Elanga, he was 8 point something, I could have him on my team. But I don't know why when he's 5.6, he's so hard to convince me to be on my starting 11. Also keeping in mind somebody like Rogers also, after many managers have sold him out, that's when he performed also. This is the thing I said. Everybody now, okay, not everybody, most of the guys, me being one of them, we sold the likes of Wissa and Mbeumo. And just the day we sold him, that's when the two guys give the points. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with these two guys. It's I don't know how long does it have to be for a manager just to hold him to hold the both of them. Because the day just when you just sell him, that's the day they give the points to the managers. What's your take? Also, do you think after what you've seen Merino, he's playing as a striker, but he's a midfielder? Do you think after what the consistency he's having with the goals, even if he's not scoring, assisting, him being one of them, and also now like Saka is back, do you think after what we say, him being back with a banger, he's a must-have on the team, and maybe the likes of Asensio and Rashford also, even though they're not playing the 90th minute, once they come, we know both of them they'll just deliver on each game they're playing.
Yeah, in the midfield, I wouldn't advise anyone to ditch Salah. Salah has been really great. Maybe he'll have 2-3 games where he will not perform well, but when he performs, you'll see he will score or assist. That's the good thing about him. And about Merino, at the moment, he's scoring some goals, but is he really consistently scoring them in each game week? Because you can take him in this game week, and like the game they are going to have against Everton, you'll find he will struggle to score against those, because he will not be allowed in those pockets where he'll find that space to score.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, like Moyes at the moment, I don't think, you see, the team like Liverpool, they struggle against Everton yesterday. This was poor officiating, but for a team like Liverpool at Anfield, you really have to score some more goals against a team like Everton.
Okay.
Even if it's a derby. But you see what Everton they are doing? They are coming even away. They are really performing well.
Okay.
So Merino, it will be, I think, you can have him as a differential, but I don't think it's really opportune time to
have him on the team.
Yeah.
But keeping in mind also Saka is back.
Yeah.
I expect Saka to be man of the provider of the game more than Merino is for me.
Yeah.
So winding off with the forward, which is because now after what everybody now, because we know Haaland will be out for the season. That's confirmed, because 7 games, that's like the end of the season.
Yeah.
So Mamouche is a confirmed pick for that. And then I was checking the games also. I saw Grealish coming in and having a goal. And the other game he came, he had some instance where you saw the bits of Grealish, which so if he's gonna play, there's a way he's gonna change the game. Now, do you think now Mamouche is a must-have on the team, because now he does not have a competitor? So confirm 90 minutes, it's for him, and we know him. Once he has the chances, scoring is not. You do see, because there was a game which he had a hat-trick, and once he has the chances, also he's gonna convert them. He's that good.
Yeah, I will take Mamouche at the moment, because you see also Isak is struggling with the injuries. We don't know if he will play next week.
Yeah.
You see, so Mamouche will be a really great replacement for such like Isak, or like we said, Haaland.
Mm-hmm.
Haaland at the moment, we just forget about him, because he will not play again this season.
Yeah.
We just take another player who will replace him fully.
Okay.
But for the struggling Isak, Isak is a great, but at the moment we are not sure if he will play also.
Mm-hmm.
So Mamouche, we have seen is really consistent when he's dropping all those great performances.
Okay.
Yeah, I can take him in my team.
What's the other differential? Because now if you want to cover somebody like an Isak, and what's the other differential you have there if you're going to have on the team? And keeping in mind, you said someone like a Jackson, he's also nearing coming back. Do you think also he falls on that category of where you need to have him back on the team? Because we know Jackson was good, man. Because I was one of the guys who had before he got the injury. I stuck with him for the whole kind of a season. Him and Palmer, I had them for the whole kind of a season.
Yeah, Jackson is coming back, but you'll have to wait for him, because we know he's not that. He will not just have an instant impact when he comes back. He will struggle here and there, and coming from an injury, you'll expect him to really struggle before he gets his foot on the ground.
Okay,
but once he gets his foot on the ground, he'll start dropping all those great performances. Maybe after 2 to 3 game weeks, you can have him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody like Evan Nilsson from Bournemouth, even though they never scored on the weekend, he never scored. And then what's somebody like Muniz and Translansen from Wolves? Do you think those guys are also one of those? Because I was advocating for somebody like João Pedro, because I know it's him and Welbeck now. Yeah. But afterwards, seeing them now 3 game weeks, not yet getting those goals. I'm thinking moving out from Brighton differential assets and moving to other teams like Fulham, Everton, Wolves, because I've seen them once in a while. They're dropping those points.
Yeah, I think as with the problem we are having with our forwards, you have to look for those. Like now we are seeing those like the players you've mentioned who are giving in all their all at the moment, and the players we expect to do that, they are not giving it all their all.
Okay.
So you can try to switch between the two. When you see your consistent demon is not putting in that very perfect performances, you can try and do that and manage your squad.
To the prediction to the week, so games of the week, early kickoff on Saturday, Everton against Arsenal. What's your prediction on that game, man?
It will be a draw. It will be a draw of 0-0.
Okay.
But if they play well, Arsenal can score 1 goal and that will be it.
Everton at home, they have been a menace in home. So also a draw for me, I think it's a good option. But I think all of them, they're gonna one or another, they're gonna score. Because somebody like Abeto, he's so good when he has those chances. And then you have seen Saka, when he's being on those positions, he's definitely gonna convert it. So for me, if either it's become a draw, I think it will be a draw. But all of them, they're gonna score a goal, but not like a big margin in kind of.
If I was Arteta, I wouldn't risk Saka in such a game because this is a very physical game.
Okay.
And Saka coming off from injury, it will be really risky for him.
Okay.
In such a game, maybe he should come in the late minutes
after the teams have already exhausted. Yeah.
But if he starts, really, it will take a toll on his physical
fitness.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace against Brighton, for me, I think it's one of those games because Crystal Palace, them drawing this weekend, which you expected them not to. And then Brighton being beaten now, I think it's 3 days after adding up the FA game. I think it's 3 game weeks now back to back them losing. So I think it is gonna be a hard game they're gonna give a hard game for Crystal Palace. But also I don't rule out Crystal Palace in this game because for them also they are fighting for something. So for me, I'm expecting goals from both sides. But at the end of the day, I think Crystal Palace is gonna win the game. Because what we saw on the weekend is what we saw on the weekend. It's not the results we expected from Crystal Palace. Also,
Ipswich and Wolves. This is a really great game to watch because this is a relegation battle.
Okay.
Yeah, this will be really great. I think there will be a lot of goals here.
Really, for me, I think maybe if there will be goals, it will be on the Ipswich side. I don't expect Wolves to deliver that much of goals as such.
Wolves, I don't think they will just sit back and watch. They'll try to fight back. You're fighting. There are 2 dying horses trying to survive.
Okay.
So this will be a really great battle. So I expect goals from both sides. Maybe 2-2, 1-1, something like that. For
me, I think it's gonna be like a margin of 3 different, a margin of 3 in any way.
Let's see.
Okay. West Ham against Bournemouth, for me, both teams are suffering. So, and then seeing back Isak, Bournemouth, these two, Wissa Mbeumo having a chance to score a goal. So I think that is like a starter for both of the team to move on with a winning kind of with a stretch. Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, this also Aston Villa, they're trying to get into the top 4. So it will be a very great fight to see how they'll battle out this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So which team do you think is going to win there, or still it's hard to judge? It's hard to call.
This is really hard because I think considering the Nottingham Forest at the moment, Aston Villa, they need to score fast. If they don't score fast, that will be it for them.
Okay.
I don't think when you see how the Nottingham Forest changed their style of play once Aina was injured.
Yeah,
they went back to back 3.
Okay,
that's how tactical Nuno's is. This Espirito is a very tactical manager, whereby when he will study the game and he will try to close all those doors you're trying to get into their backside.
Okay,
so if they want to score, Aston Villa, they have to score very fast, and they have to defend also well, because Nottingham Forest also, they have a really great attacking. Adson Odoi is there, Elanga is there, and we've seen Awani is coming back. We are seeing Wood. So they really have to score fast and then defend very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brentford against Chelsea, you being here, what's your take on that game? Man, and you guys are playing away.
Yeah, we are playing away, and this is a London derby. So I expect us to win this game. I know it will not be easy because Brentford is also struggling at the moment. And these struggling teams, when you face them, when you're a top 6 club, they will try to frustrate you.
Okay.
So I hope that our boys will just be calm and play their game well, score fast and defend well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fulham against Liverpool. This for me, I think it's an easy one. I think Liverpool do have it on the even though Fulham will not give them an easy one, but it's a guaranteed win. Because also keeping in mind also Liverpool are out of all the cups, so it's only it's because Champions League, man, it's not yet guaranteed for them. But the EPL, with the gap which they have, I think they will try to win as many games as possible for them to confirm them having not to wait until the end of the season to have the cup. So for me, I think it's an easy one, Liverpool to win this game. Even though maybe it will be a 1 or 2 goals there, but I expect them to win it easily.
This okay, it will not be easy, but I think Liverpool at the moment, if they want to keep that gap between them and Arsenal, they have to win more games at the moment. Like they have to win like 5 games consecutively.
No, but now if they win 2 more games and Arsenal just drop like 2 games, they already have the cup with them. There's no way they're gonna reach there.
But I think if Arsenal drops points at Everton, they will be already. That will be it.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay. And Liverpool win on Sunday.
Yeah.
That will be it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fulham against Southampton. This is a team which both team I don't know what to expect from them because Spurs, as always, Spurs can do Spurs. Yeah. Southampton also we have seen when they play better teams, good teams, they do them dirty. So for me, it's a game which I can. If a draw comes, it's good, but you don't know. Sometimes Spurs the games like there's a time they beat Man City like 4-1. I was like, how did that come to play? And then Southampton also, there's just a way which they hold the big teams, which for me, I don't know. I can't explain how it does, how the players do it. So it's a hard game for me to call. For I don't know which team maybe gonna have it on that game.
Yeah, this will be very hard. It will depend with how Spurs plays tonight also.
Okay.
Yeah, you can guess from there.
The big game on the weekend is the Manchester Derby, and lucky enough, I don't think we'll be streaming this game, so I don't know if you'll be available for it.
I'll check my schedule.
Yeah, it's 6:30, hopefully. Yeah. So for those guys also try to tune in. We'll stream the game for it's a good time. 6:30 is a good time for us. Yeah. Everybody, I think it being on a Sunday. Yeah. For me, we are playing at home. Our form at home, it hasn't been that good, and we are not scoring a game, man. I don't see us keeping in mind the likes of Mamush, Doku. Hey, those guys do have the speed. Savino, they did us dirty on the first game, and still coming to play here, man. I don't know. I don't see us winning that. Not even easily with the way we are playing with the kind. Maybe Amorim just does some new tweaks. I mean to the team. Maybe you can have a draw, but even that draw, seeing it happening. For me, it's not coming.
At the moment, you know what Manchester United lacks is the goal scoring.
Yeah.
They don't have any goal scorer in their team at the moment. So that's what you struggle with. And Man City, they have a very lethal goal scorer who is coming up in Mamush. So you'll have to find ways to neutralize his attacks so that you can survive this match. Because if they score more than 2 goals, that's it for you.
Yeah, because Onan, after he has conceded 1 goal, he becomes poor and poor than being better. That's the worst thing.
Because when I look in your front, I don't see anyone who can score apart from Bruno. Bruno is the only person in that team who can really give you goals at the moment. Because Zaxi and Ujland, they are not really dependable when it comes to scoring.
Okay.
So, Bruno has to be on his really excellent form that day on Sunday.
Okay.
So that you can at least get points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leicester against Newcastle. That's also a good game, but for me, it's an easy one. Newcastle are pushing it up, and then you're seeing they're trying to revamp their energy with the support they're getting from everybody here and there. So for me, I expect them to move on with the same pace, winning each game week out. And also, if they have a chance, man, they're gonna go for it's for the Carabao, it's for the Europa also. Yeah. They're fighting for the spot in the Carabao on the Europa. So for me, I think for them, it's that's one thing that's giving them to move to win each game week out. So for me, it's a clean win from the Newcastle kind of a team.
Yeah, we can say it's a clean win, but this is Leicester who are already, I think,
relegated.
They won't survive.
Them and Southampton, I think it's already gone for them.
Yeah,
it's already
so
done
we've
for them.
seen what Ipswich did to we seen what FCG did the other day.
Yeah.
So don't expect them to win that easily. They will give their fight. This is a fight of a dying horse.
Okay.
If you sit very bad, you'll get a kick in your ass.
Okay.
So just Newcastle need to play very perfectly to win that match.
Okay. After watching the games on the weekend, who do you think is the captain for you for this week?
I still haven't chosen any captain because I still have hope in Palmer who is playing tonight.
Okay.
So I'll choose my captain after tonight's match.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
but
okay, let's say okay, if Chelsea wins the game and Palmer wins the game.
Yeah.
So what's your take on the captain for this week also?
If Palmer performs tonight,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him the armband still
Okay.
because we've seen what Salah is going through at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
He has been our captain for some
quite a
few
while.
game
Yeah,
weeks,
yeah.
but unfortunately he's dropping very bad performances. So if Palmer performs tonight and wins and gets a goal or an assist, I still have him as my captain. And if Isak can come back in time, I will give him my captaincy.
Okay. Yeah. For once, man, Joshua was here. I was here with him last week. He said he'll go with the differential of having a Mamush. Man, it paid off for him. And unfortunately for me, I was saying it's an easy game having Mateta, and this is the game which even he never finished 60 minutes. So also I'm okay. I don't have anybody from Chelsea. Maybe if I do a change, because no. But even if I do the changes, for me it will be a change in the defensive side, because all my midfield I was checking like the next 3, 4, 5 game weeks to be there.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't know any match. So if I'm gonna make a captain for me, it's either I go with Isak, but I don't know. I'll wait and see the comments from the manager. If he's fit to play, it's gonna be him.
Yeah.
If not, man, I don't trust Manchester United that much. So I'm gonna, even though I'm a Manchester United fan, I'm gonna give my armband to Mamush, because the possibility of him giving me points is much more higher.
Yeah.
Than, because I don't know what's up with Mateta. I need to see him more, maybe, because this is the week I gave him and he never give me points, so I don't want to risk it again also having him on the armband. So for me, till now it's lying between Mamush and Isak, because the game for Liverpool, I'm okay. Salah is still an option there, but I'll still want, if Isak will be out of the picture,
Yeah.
so it will be either Salah and Mamush for me. That's all I can have, man, because I don't have many differential on my team to give the armband.
Sure.
Yeah, man. So man, it's been nice, man, having you, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah.
Nice having me here again.
Okay.
Yeah. I look forward to more.
Okay, man. Nice. So, man, it's been a quick and easy episode, man. Be sure to all our fans, listeners, man. Don't forget, keep liking, sharing, subscribing, and don't forget, we said on Sunday, 6:30. Keep it up, keep it locked. We're gonna stream the game. So come join us on the YouTube channel, man. We always like having you there. It's been nice. It's been cool, man. Till next week, man. It's been nice, man. Like Mike.
Adios.
Big thanks, man. Adios.